and should never go below his waist.
Never.
Second half about to get underway. It will be Milan possession. They trail by 2 points, 46-48. Mega on defense. And the action is underway. Mattia Ciccarto, Kile Lenati. A poisonous 1-2 punch in the backcourt, but Lenati misses his opening jump shot. Mega comes away with the rebound, as they've done so many times in this game. Right away.
Oh, man.
Wow. You tell it. I'm tired of talking about it, Dosh. You tell me.
Well, that's one thing that you can't really teach. You know, I'm sure that his coaches really talk to him in the halftime, keep your hands up and not to reach for the ball.
But if his hands were over his head, like you said, like he was under arrest, he can't commit that foul with his knees.
No,
4 fouls inside a minute.
Same mistakes over and over. I'm not sure.
And that's got to be playing on his brain. That's got to be really hurt his mind.
He was offsides.
And you said you hate football. Yeah, well, he ends up getting points out of a broken play. But now if I'm Mega, I am going right to Pavle Backo. There we go. Turnover is committed by Big Krunic. Let's see, what does Coach Catalani do? Do you leave him out there now with 4 and say, look, we'll just get the most out of it?
Might as well, yeah, just leave him and see what he does with 4 fouls.
Maybe you have him out there almost as a gimmick, like a Helen of Troy, like the Trojan horse is in there trying to save Helen. There, Garavalia though answers and gets the score for Milan. Don't ask me where my Greek mythology came from. And then straight away down the lane, Swigo. Wow.
Yeah, it was close.
I mean, he kept it up.
Right. Yeah, he did.
It's funny, we talk about the cliches of basketball. It's an easy game. You pass the ball, you shoot the ball, you score the ball. That's it. But I tell you, these shooters, though, they're doing the job shooting-wise. Lenati gets the double. And it's a 7-2 run to start the third period. Suzentic looks at Swigo, thinks I can have a 5th foul. Tries to pass it, and there, Ciccarto. I'm telling you, Mattia Ciccarto's performance, we've almost underrated. Even though we've been talking about him, he's been underrated. 5 points, 6 assists, couple of steals.
Amazing. The way he plays defense too. Ciccarto is, doing a great job. He has 2 steals. It's a huge performance by him. Very high energy guy as well. Uses his hands, active hands all the time.
0 fouls, 0 turnovers.
Impressive.
That's your point guard.
Yes.
Can't ask for any more than that.
Very impressive.
Well, I'm glad to say we've got another 2 minutes into the game, and Luigi Swigo has not picked up another foul. This is a positive.
I'm really happy to see him keeping his hands up right now. Not to pick up his 5th foul yet.
Well, look, and he's an important part. We try to make light of it, but he's such a talented player.
Huge. I mean, you want to see him on the court.
I love that effort now. Look here, denies Backo in the paint. Ciccarto picks up his first foul. Good drive there, though.
Very good drive, and he showed the foul. It's also a great skill to show the foul. He picked up 2 free throws. Yeah. You just don't put your hands down. Keep your hands high.
This game is as competitive as we expected it to be. I don't think we're either one of us is any closer to knowing the destination of the victory just yet.
It will be a close game. It will be, both teams really fight hard, and I don't think any of these teams they're going to give up early. So you might see a close game all day long.
I gotta say, I am surprised that Mega. Well, Swigo kept his hands in the air, gets a block shot, no foul.
That's all you need to do. I mean, don't reach for the ball. Just keep your hands up. You're 220 and take advantage of it.
Yeah. When I retired from the game, I was one of the top shot blockers in the history of the country I played in, and I never left the floor once. I kept my toes on if I don't have the job.
You don't need to. You don't need to.
Some people said it was the smell that got the block shot. This jump shot. Here comes Milan again. Lunati.
Look how he puts pressure on the
breaks
defense.
down the floor.
Very, very intelligent player. He just uses his defense and catch him off guard. Just keep attacking him.
And then that's a really important point that you make there, because you lose that sometimes just watching as a fan. He chooses the pace, he chooses to attack. Sometimes you slow it down, but then he just goes right down the gut.
That's it. You dictate the tempo. That's very important. Offensive players, just read your defense and attack him. You know his weaknesses. Same as Chachato is doing a great job as well attacking.
So and this is one of the things, when we talk about the tempo being in favour of Milan, that's the sort of thing that you allude to, right? It's the players that dictate, they put the pressure on the defensive team.
Yeah, that's you can't stop running, especially playing with 4 or 5 short guys. Keep putting pressure on the defense, keep running. As soon as you secure the rebound, run. Milano is doing a great job executing their transition offense.
As this game wears on, Chicato, Lunati axis exerting more and more pressure on Mega there. Iles picks up the foul, trying to stop Lunati from penetrating. Good vertical defense by Pablo Bakko. And Swigo gets the defense, gets the steal. Battle for the loose ball. Referee will give the ball back to Mega. Yusuf. Chicato misses the jump shot. Swigo. Oh, it was Garavalia who knocked the ball loose, and well, ball ended up in the right position. It is Mega in possession, trailing by 4 points. Good hustle. Swigo breaks up the pass. Lunati.
Mega is to run. They got numbers. Great job by Susan. Great defense.
Well, how's about that for defensive hustle? Well, Garavalia with the rejection of Ognian. I was about to say Zazentic is the only player that Mega's got that can really attack the rim in transition, but how's about this for a defensive stop?
Great effort by Garavalia on both ends of the floor. He just came up big, huge with the block shot, and lead his team to a fast break.
And then on the back of that, Swigo gets another block shot because he's playing with his hands in the air.
That's it.
This game is so easy. We should play this sometime.
He's keeping it simple. That's all he needs to do for the rest of the game if you want to stay on the court.
Milan by 4, 59-55. Midway through the third period. There you go, Garavalia feeds Swigo for the alley-oop pass. Swigo converts the layup, and what a change in fortunes for this young man. 3 fouls inside a minute in the first quarter. Now here we are. He's 5 minutes into the period on the third. He's got 4 fouls.
Luxury for having him on the court. So let's see how the rest of the game, if he can stay on the court, because he's a great help for a great contributor for Milano team. Swigo.
Well, what we've seen from Swigo in this third period is a demonstration of how much he has improved, because the Luigi Swigo of last season would have been fouled out by now with 0 points. He averages about 12.5 points a game. He's up to 7. If you get his average out of him and he fouls out, you'd almost say job done. Coach Catalani couldn't let his heart beat once more. His big man still in the game. Steal again. Well, that's a foul there. And I think that is Luca Iles who takes him down.
It's 2 shots though, they try to cut the fast break, but send him to the free throw line. But again, Milano guards, now, Omar and all these guys, they put in the pressure on Mega a lot. And pushing the ball in the fast break, it's one of the skills that they have. Keep him in the game.
Well, this guard, the depth of guard of Milan have given him a 7-point lead. We've got a timeout. All by Mega. They trail by 2 points to 55.
Šta je problem? Sljedeći napad.
Well, if you're Mega,
definitely they gotta get the stop. You know, I mean, now I think 2 free throws, but after free throws they have an offensive play, so they gotta come out and execute. Well, again, now coming out of a timeout, they should have converted it, but now defensively, Mega has to get better. Mega has to do a better job on pressuring the ball, using their hands. Especially when Sue goes out now, Milan are playing with 5 guards. Mega has to get stops.
And this thing with Mega, you know, they've got 4 assists, 14 turnovers. You know, these kids know how to pass the basketball. What are they getting wrong?
Well, they put the ball inside, but the ball sticks in players' hands too much. They got to move the ball from side to side a lot more than what they did in the first half. So that's one strength that they have is offensive rebounds, but they got to convert it.
There you go. They move the ball a little bit, then cannot convert the shot or the offensive rebound. And then what does Milan do? Gets assist number 21.
Share the ball. Share the ball. Find the open guy. Keep it simple.
Well, the circus shot there from Ognjen Cezentic, but the foul was called before the shot. 21 assists for Milan, just 6 turnovers. And they've been rewarded with an 11-point lead, 66 to 55.
What a contribution by Yusuf. He's been incredible, especially whenever he comes in from the bench. You know, just gives energy and aggressiveness on offense as well. What a impressive performance by him.
Well, he needs to be. He's playing with odd-colored shoes. You know, we're talking about free throw behind your back. If you're going to wear different color shoes, you better be able to back that up with a performance.
Yes, definitely. I mean, the color of the shoes are interesting, but as long as he performs this way, I don't care if he plays with socks. You know.
So if he's playing bad at the first half, does he swap the shoes around and put them? Look, yeah. And you know, these things are. You know, these young players, they do these things to get noticed, so I'm not going to complain. But I'll tell you this, Milan are certainly becoming more and more confident shooting the three-point ball. Is it a foul? You kind of flinched there for a
I mean,
right
I don't know
in front
if it's
of
just
us.
The ball, but we probably saw something that we didn't see. But
again, it's slopping, it's chopping down. Watch the left arm of Angeletti. Boy.
Yep, don't bring it down. You're already there, hands up. Don't bring it down, it's foul.
This is Zetic. 17 points for him now. 18 points, leading scorer in the game, surpassing Diego Garavaglia of Milan.
Transition defense of Milano, I mean, you gotta stop Cezentic earlier. You know, you cannot let him get into the lane and get into the paint easy, because he's gonna either get fouled or finish it around the rim. So they gotta do a better job stopping him in the half court.
The challenge defensively right now is for Mega, because the threes are raining down from Milan.
They're shooting 50% from three-point line. Some of the shots that they've taken is tough shots, but they managed to convert those threes.
How's about that for the defense you were talking about?
Great defense, you know, sacrificing your body, staying in front of your guy, and taking the charge. Great job by Chisato here.
Just keeps moving his feet, staying up, and then the offensive player hits him in the middle of the chest.
Yeah, that's it. That's all you need to do. Stay in front of it, chest him up. Don't use your hands. Another one. That was a heat check.
Yeah, well, but also it's the confidence that they're shooting the ball with. So even if he misses it, Mega are nervous now because they're waiting for them to shoot the three. Danilovic answers with the mid-range too. Offensively, Mega aren't poor. It's just defensively, you know, they're giving up too many open looks.
Yeah, that's what I was saying. They're going to be a little more aggressive on defense. They're just letting the ball swing from side to side. And again, these easy fouls, you're in bonus and you don't make these easy fouls. You know, you're going to send them to the free throw line easily. So Mega has to do a little better job on the defensive side, just not using their hands, staying in front of the ball, and keep being aggressive. That's the only way they can cut the deficit.
Well, you talked about the speed of Garavaglia, and now Mega is so nervous. Vucevic there, he sticks his hand in. Normally, you'd probably let him get set and try and get his feet set, but because Garavaglia's just been catching, swinging, and shooting the three, he's gone out there, and now Garavaglia said, well, I'll just go to the free throw line.
Right.
He's drawing the foul. Smart basketball. This is, again, to what you talked about with tempo, they are controlling the pace of the game.
Yes, definitely. I mean, Garavaglia now, he's been incredible all game long, and such a high threat from the three-point line, and also driving the basket, so it's hard to contain him. That's why Mega is not doing a great job on him, and they just send him to the free throw line easily. So he's been really dominating for Milano.
Well, Suzentic moves to the point guard position for Mega, getting more touches. Milivovic has been impressive off the bench. And Milan, that aggressive defense. That's going to be an offensive foul.
Yeah, it is.
Now, talk us through that.
Well, there was a size advantage of Bako for sure, but he used his elbows. Don't just use your body, use your hips instead of your elbows. That was an easy call for referees, and great job defensively. And just use your hips. You're a big guy. Just push your defensive guy under the basket by using your hips, and you use your legs. That's all you need.
He bends his knees in established position, and the defender's got to work hard to get around you. And it's noticeable because Bako got a lot of touches in the first half. He barely touched the ball here in the second, except on the defensive rebounding. And he gets another one there. Mega still dominating on the backboard, plus 20 rebounding-wise. As Chikato picks up the foul. That'll be his second, and Ognjen Suzentic go to the free throw line.
But again, assists. I'm surprised seeing Mega have only 4 assists. It's incredible, how Milano is dominating on the assists. But it's for Mega, it's just all individual plays. Individual skills of players getting to the lane and scoring, but not sharing the ball well, or not reversing the ball from side to side. They got to do a better job sharing the ball.
Is that easier to defend against a team that wants to beat you off the dribble non-stop?
Yeah, it's much easier than for a team that share the ball from side to side, because they make when they share the ball from side to side, the defense shifts and opens up the space for offensive players. But if you try to solve everything by just dribbling or try to create your own shot, it makes it easier for defense to contain. So this is what Milano is doing. They jump to the ball. They know that they're not going to pass the ball. You see Suzentic here, he's going for his own shot. And Milano knows it. That's a great game plan. They just sag back and help each other and contain it. While obviously Suzentic is a great player, he finds the way to go to the free throw line. But again, when you look at the game overall, they don't share the ball. They don't create for each other, really.
Well, Suzentic normally plays off the ball, and they have other point guards to create from. They put him on the point, so then all of a sudden that means he's your main scorer, so you know he's going to go to the basket.
Well, yeah, it might be a game plan for Milano as well. Just let Suzentic have 20, 30 points and not other guys not to get involved for assists. So maybe Milano don't mind having Suzentic having 30 points because other guys are not really involved right now.
That's a great observation, Doja. And the other thing is, if that happens, then if he gets down the stretch of the game, fourth quarter, if it's close, they have to go to him because nobody else has shot the ball.
Exactly. So that works in favor of Milano so far.
Well, last minute of the third period. Chikato.
Very, very good player. I mean, here for the game, his mid-range shot is really makes a huge difference for him. Look at him defensively. He gets to the mark, pushes the ball. Look how he pushes the ball. Milano gets to the lanes. Corners are filled up. Look at the spacing. They just play the right basketball. This is a good shot, but they play the right way. They play the right way. That makes a huge difference.
Well, this is where, as a coach, Catalani, you don't mind missing the shot as well because you put a lot of pressure on the defense. That wears down them a little bit fatigue-wise. Almost get the offensive rebound. And if you're Mega, you almost don't know which way to turn. You led by 2 at the half. It's an 11-point swing. They trail by 9. They can hold for the final shot of the third period. Aggressive defense from Milan. Danilovic.
Tough finish.
But again, a one-on-one play.
One-on-one play. That's
but you'll
all
take
Mega
it.
does. Yeah. I mean, as long as he goes in, it's good. But again, you cannot play like this all game long, especially against a team like Milano. It's going to be tough to keep up with them.
Oh, there, Danilovic with the final score of the third period. Rare mistake defensively by Karem. Allows Mega to cut the deficit to 7. Luke Danilovic goes to 8 contribution with 7 points and a couple of rebounds and some block shots. Mega doing everything through one-on-one basketball. Meanwhile,
you see Garvalia here being a huge impact on the offense, creating for his teammates, playing inside out. It's you see now if they create for each other, then they're going to be really, they can really stay in the game and have a possibility to win this game. But they cannot solve all these problems just playing one-on-one or just. This is a great start though. This is how they're supposed to play. They found the right guy. Open shots just didn't go in, but this is the right way to play for Mega.
Well, the play drawn up by their coach. Don't make the shot, but then Milan. Well, you're the point guard. You tell me how that happened.
Well, yeah. Again, there's no defense for this. They share the ball really well. They find the open guy. It's just executing their play. They don't rush it. They don't rush things.
Danilovic answers. Well, Karem gave up the layup then. This time he steps back up Danilovic, who makes the 3. But what you love is this. It's Ciccato and Lenati. If you don't stop those two, I mean, it's like having one player in 2 positions. They work together like a charm. And an unsportsmanlike foul there is picked up by Nikola Karalic. Credit the defense of Giovanni Cordolino knocking the ball away, and as he tries to run for the loose ball, Karalic, well, he says, I'm not going to let you get to this ball. There's the defensive hustle.
Well, with 2 shots in Milano ball.
In American football, they call that a chop block. That's what
now I have a question for you. Now Milano has 23 assists, Mega has 4, but Mega has 45 rebounds and Milano has 25. So which one is more crucial for winning the game? Can you tell having more assists more crucial than having more rebounds?
Look, the guards win out. Look, I bow to the guards. Normally I say 17 offensive rebounds. When the other team has only got 6, I win by 20. But what the problem is for Mega is they're not able to make the shots. They get that second shot not converting. Meanwhile, look at that hesitation and dribble. Misses the shot at the end. So when Mega get the offensive rebound, they're not turning the offensive rebounds into points. And look at that defense on Bacco down there, low.
All 5 guys active hands. Look how they read the defense. I mean, that's a forced shot. That's not a wide open shot. There was contested shot. And Milano never gives up. They don't get screened. It's just collective effort on defense for Milano. Look how they run back and try to stop it. Wow. See, this is the way they're supposed to play. Mega, now they share the ball, pass the ball to Bacco. They can they can keep him in the game if they run like this and share the ball.
Well, Suzentic creates the bucket before taking a break. The penetration drops off to his big man, who gets pushed from behind. Cordolino picks up the foul. I'll make that 2 on him. Bacco, who's been very quiet in the second half, although he's got the 12 points. Now with a chance to get the 13 from the free throw line. Nine-point lead for Milan, 80-71. Early in the 4th quarter, so it's by no means time to panic if you're Mega. But you've got to get some stops, that's the main thing. In this small man lineup out there for Milan, and Garavalia, who's been killing them from outside, suddenly goes down low.
Again, he plays inside out, he can play post up, he plays behind the arc, so he's doing everything for his team.
Guess who draws that foul?
Well, yeah. I mean, each one of these guys on the court, they just do what they're supposed to do for their team to win. And each possession, Lonati, Carvalho, Cecato, they know the game so well, and they just wait for their time to come. It's just they don't force it. They let the game come to them. You see how they execute. Look, pass the ball, another pass. That's a turnover, but again, how they share the ball, move the ball, is just a great intention. This was a bad turnover, but still.
Well, that's Cordolino turns the ball over. It's not Cecato.
Right, it's not. Yeah.
Lonati.
Yes.
It's like you put the ball in the hands of the guys who can make the right things happen.
Definitely.
Look under the basket here. Cordolino is right up on Bacco and he gives the ball up.
The half defense, active hands again, recover, stay in front of the ball. Great job. Great job getting to the lane and getting fouled. 1-1.
Great finish from Danilovic. Again, though, it ends up as a one-on-one.
That's it, but Danilovic really keeps him in the game with his ability to get to the lane and get fouls and finish it up. So, yeah, as we say, it's just individual skills. Just skill of each player, but keeps him in the game.
Danilovic 11 points off the bench with a free throw to come. That was just the first foul by Achille Lonati. It's an 8-point deficit for Mega. Cecato, wow, just picks them apart. Oh, that's beautiful basketball from your point guard.
Yeah, Cecato's awareness is really insane. He knows where his teammates are. Milano has a great, look at this wide open underneath, and Cecato sees it, and it's an N1. It's just a great spacing, knowing your teammates where they are. Cecato is the point guard that you want to have on your team.
Well, it all starts with Cecato getting the defender on his back. Danilovic was stuck behind him, so suddenly the help has to come, and Grassi, who's behind, he's not like he's a power forward down there, just stands under the basket, waves his hands. His point guard gives him the ball for the layup. Can't convert the free throw, but it's a double-digit lead for Milan once more. 84-74, under 7 minutes left. Cezentic goes 1-on-5 and draws the foul again.
Ooh. Cramp? Okay, I think it's just cramp, yeah.
Well, physio comes around the outside of the court.
Yeah, I hope it's just a cramp.
He's gone down like it is a cramp. Well,
yeah.
The way he's had to play so far, Cezentic has played just under 30 minutes of this game. He's played 33. And he's saying he's okay.
Well, one thing, this is the first game of the finals, and you don't want one of your best players to have cramps in the first day, really. But
he's been ever present on the court. So this is what I was asking about. Do you have to give your players rest? You've got to manage that, and the coach does a wise move and sits him down.
This is 30 minutes. He played 30 minutes already. First game of the finals, and one of your best players having cramps. It's not a good sign, but I'm sure the medical staff will work on him.
Cezentic sits down with 21 points. He's 9 of 14 at the free throw line, replaced by Nikola Karalic, who is 2 of 4. He will take these two.
But as you said, it was just 1 against 5 again. Cezentic brought the ball down, played the top pick and roll, and just goes straight to the basket and got fouled. This was the summary of how Mega played today.
It's where their points are coming from. Danilovic is 11 points. Nothing out of an assist. We know that because they've got 5 assists now.
5 assists, yeah, it's crazy.
Danilovic, though, like a man possessed, says, I'll take on the Cezentic role. Working, gets the steal. Challenges Cecato. Gets his shot blocked by Cordolino, which you won't say very often. Again. And then how's about that for fast break basketball?
Again, I'll tell you, same.
Yeah.
That's a huge luxury.
2 bodies.
Right. That's a huge luxury to have those 2 guys.
Okay, so you can do that in 5 years at professional level. These kids are doing it at 17 and 18.
Impressive, really impressive.
Swigo back in the action. He forces the miss. Partial block shot. Luigi Swigo playing vertical defense against Bacco.
He figured it out in the second half. Better late than never, It's just maybe the first game of the tournament or the finals, and glad to see him just figuring out at the end of the game.
Well, better he does that now in game one, but also now with 6 minutes left in the game, he's got 4 fouls. You're like, well,
I'll take it.
Yeah, but did he have 3 fouls in the first minute? I don't remember.
Right.
Well, look, we talked about tempo. Now I think you have to talk about body language. Milan, do they look like they've got the confidence to close this one out?
Yeah, definitely. I think they have that experience, and playing in the other tournaments as well. They have the confidence to close this game really on a high level. They just gotta stick with the game plan and keep sharing the ball, keep attacking. As you see, Garavaglia, putting pressure on the defense and be able to finish it with the N1. Milan has so many weapons, Their guards are incredibly high skilled, and that makes a huge difference.
That's a tough finish, though.
Tough finish. And this is his not first N1. I think that he hit multiple.
But that is confidence. That's the sign, the swagger that they've got. It looks a little bit, it reminds me of a Scotty Wilbekin type player. Just drives in, get out of my way, I'm going to score.
That's it.
Converts the M1. The game's leading scorer with 25 points. A steal again. Well, Michele Lunati in the open floor one-on-one. It's almost cruel to make him score it because the points could just put him on the scoreboard.
No, Mega has to come up with some kind of defensive stuff. Otherwise the game is slipping away from them.
Evo, ja vas pitam kako?
Win your next two.
Nula strana, znači uči odbor. Evo ga baciš, pa šta znaš?
Yes, definitely, but still the game, it's a long time to go, 5 minutes, so with the different defensive styles, I think you might be able to cut the deficit and still come up on top, but they got to try something different because what they're doing right now doesn't work.
We have to say that Milan, as this game has worn on, and maybe it's a result of them controlling the pace and the tempo of the game, they've asserted their authority over it, and now look, they're pushing still full court man-to-man. Interesting that Sezentić is back in on the dribbles the ball at his foot.
Well, yeah, there is no explanation on this. 2 unforced turnovers. But you see Bako, how he supports his teammate. It's a great friendship. It's a great teammate. These guys will make mistakes. It's just unforced stuff, but they got to learn from it. It's just a great lesson for them.
20 turnovers.
Great execution.
I told you about the confidence, and there you go. Luigi Swigo turns into one of the stars as Garavaglia with the assist.
And great screen. I think it was Ceccato and Lunati, great back screen. They executed really nicely coming out of a timeout.
You can't see off the ball.
Yeah, that's Lunati's back screen. Great pass by Garavaglia.
Not a bad shot from Danilovic out of the offense as well. Rare we've seen that tonight, not one-on-one, but he can't convert. And now Milan can go to game management mode. Don't need to go into exhibition mode.
Wow, look at this defensive effort.
Wow, Garavaglia.
You're almost up by 20 points and still go for defensive effort, go for a block. It's incredible. It shows character, great character.
We're talking about 17 and 18-year-old young men here when we say veterans, but as far as the ANGE is concerned, these are veteran players who have been together for 2-3 years. And this is the hustle here. Garavaglia times that to perfection. The rejection.
This is his second block like this.
And they say this is an undersized team. They've got 6 block shots in this game. Luigi Swigo, 2 meters 20, bucks the trend for this team as being the only real giant on the floor. Mega, recently talked about that because Milan have had the control of the pace of the game, it's just worn Mega down. Mega go up against Dubai tomorrow, so they will hope to convert that. Milan, assuming they clear this one out, take on Barcelona. What a game that could be. That will decide who goes top of the table. Swigo with the rejection.
Wow. But again, proud of what Swigo is doing in the second half, despite of having 3-4 early fouls. you know, the way he handled himself and mentally staying strong and still blocking shots and staying in the game. It's really important for a player to react this way and stay in the game and still contribute. You know, so you go and play 10 minutes and, you know, 9 points and 3 rebounds. I'll take that any day.
And 4 block shots.
4 block
one
shots.
One of your
incredible.
team leaders, that's what you want. You know, the younger players look to him. And there you go. There you go. The Chicago Bulls triangle on you there. Garavaglia in the post.
Yes.
They're running splits down there. Chicato and Swigo. Well, credit to Mega, they're still playing up, but they look like a team that's had a bad game. The fact that Sazentic went back into the game after being injured, showing that they didn't have any other answers.
But yeah, they can't find a solution for Lenati, Cecato, or Garavaglia.
Well, Lenati, we know, is an outstanding one-on-one player. You give him a 20-point lead and stay here. Achilles, see what you can do. Swigo with another one. Sazentic almost down and out on the floor. And almost cruel to make them keep going as Garavaglia finds Swigo for the slam.
To be honest, it was fun to watch this Milano team really fighting, still playing aggressive on defensive end. Well, we'll say bye to Swigo, but it's time to get some rest, you know, ready for tomorrow.
But that's the 5 fouls. That's the first foul he's committed with his hands over his head. You will take that foul on your big man every day of the week.
Yes.
And if he gives back any one of the first 3 that he committed, he doesn't come out of the game. But as you rightly said, big bounce back from him.
Yes.
And he'll feel a bit of pressure, won't he, to perform better in the next games. He's got a big challenge against the inside players of Barcelona tomorrow.
Yeah, it's going to be tough. It's going to be tough and physical, but this has to be a great lesson for him, how he picked up easy 3 fouls by reaching and not putting his hands up. But tomorrow is going to be a great test for him to see himself against physical Barcelona team. 11
points, 3 steals, 5 block shots, and 3 rebounds. But more importantly for him, 5 fouls. He's out of the game, but his team have a 20-point lead. We've got under 3 minutes left.
Look how they move the ball. It's really incredible what they do.
Lenati, misses the 3.
Another extra. Just a beautiful basketball. Just even if it doesn't go in, it's just how you're supposed to play the game of basketball.
You've got to say they're playing with the same energy now in minute 37 as they played in minute 3.
Same energy, same intensity. And after the free throws, look, I wouldn't be surprised if Omar Karim picks up full court and still have the same intensity. Look, he's already next to Danilovic, probably going to pick him up full court. It's just the discipline and character of this Milano team.
Tia Chicato will go to the free throw line to shoot 2. Diego Garavaglia takes a seat and certainly a well-deserved rest.
28 points, 7 assists, 4 rebounds, and 3 block shots. Unbelievable.
And arguably the most impressive block shots of the game. 2 of them hustling back against streaking fast break players. And that Lenati, Chicato, Garavaglia. What can you say about those 3? I mean, you talk about Karem, and indeed he is. Full court pressure on Danilovic.
He's there. See, not getting screened. Pressuring the ball, staying in front of his guy. Everything starts with your guard. It's okay. This is a good foul, even though you're on bonus. You show that aggressivity. You know, that's what the coaches want to see. That's what your teammates want to see. I don't know if it's a foul, but yeah, great aggressivity.
I think he trips over him. Yeah. The feet contact, so foul is going to get called. Danilovic, 14 points, all off the bench. Look to add at the free throw line. Well, it's hard to swallow. There certainly isn't a way back, down by 21 points with just over 2 minutes left. You do start to look ahead. If you're Mega, they've got to find a way to start passing the basketball. Just 7 assists and 20 turnovers. And the turnovers they had have been almost criminal. They just gifted the ball to a team.
Yes. Unforced turnovers.
Danilovic will add to his total here. Fortunately for him, Garavalia's on the bench, so he doesn't get it blocked. He'll go to 16. Donati keeps firing, and another offensive rebound. Chicato. Rare mistake from him. I'll make that his first turnover. Danilovic with the miss. Coach Catalani, we talk about the difference between coaching and teaching. He's teaching Chicato now. He's saying, look, the game is done. I don't need you trying to go in there and breaking the team down. Run an offense. Make the most of the clock.
No need to force it. Keep it simple how you did it for all game long. Just keep it simple. Exactly. Pass back, read the mismatch. This is it. Very simple.
Well, Chicato goes to a double-double with that three-point shot. 12 points, 12 assists.
Well, yeah, it's time to...
Well, the only way to stop him is to sit him down.
Right.
You know, this is a kid that loves playing the game.
It is time to take him out, I guess. Chicato and Donati both needs their minute on the bench.
Rem on the ball defense. But Danilovic keeps his composure. There. He makes the score. We get a substitution. Lunati will sit. Chicato, I think, has had instructions from his coach. Nothing crazy. 1 minute left. I don't know anybody to substitute you with. They've only got, because their guards have played the whole game, he hasn't got a guard to sub him in.
Yes.
Chicato feeds down low. Turnaround jump shot in the post is up, away, and it is sweet by Boom.
Nice shot.
Follow on ball with the turnaround jumper. Showing some springs. Offensive rebound. Offensive rebound number 19 for Mega. Still trailing by 28 points. How's it just turned into a blowout here? 34 points they've conceded in the fourth quarter. To be fair, at the end of the third, it was almost game over. And now, Milan, with the game winding down, that should be enough to close it out. Karalic will heave from half court, something they do at the end of practice every day.